What's up, everybody? You're watching Model Aviator. I'm Adam, and this week we have a different kind of episode. Haven't had to make one of these, thank goodness. I hope I don't have to make any more. But AMA sanctioned flying fields, or whatever governing body governs the RC clubs wherever you live. If you club fly, then you know that part of it, especially if you've done it for a long time, is that sometimes the land purpose for that goes away. Sometimes clubs have to move. Sometimes, if they can't find a new place, they're disbanded and they go away forever, which is really sad. Thankfully, that's not the case in this case. But land is a precious commodity. They're not making any more of it. And finding land that can fit the purpose well to fly model aircraft that isn't purposed for something else, parks or residential areas or businesses, it's hard to do. It's hard to find and it's hard to keep. So this happens. And we have lost our old Fayette Flyers land. Fayette Flyers has now moved. They've moved before. And the new field, to be perfectly honest, is fantastic. We have power, we have a longer runway, we have a nicer building, we have a nicer place to use the bathroom, we have a nicer area to fly in, a lot more room. We can't complain. We are truly blessed to have it. It is about 15 minutes farther away from the house, so now it's a half hour instead of 15 minutes from our house, but that's okay. We can deal with that. What I'm going to miss about the old Fayette Flyers field in Tyrone, Georgia, is how tight it was. It's the field that had the trees all around. You had a pretty long approach from the right, but you had to come down through a chute. That caused a lot of swirling winds and really challenged you. From the left, the approach was over trees. A lot of times you had to slip stuff in, sometimes even jets and warbirds to get them to slow down enough to stop them by the end of the runway. And of course we had the pond right out in front where you could actually circle over that below the tree level, and that was a pretty cool thing to do. Not to mention, this venue had a ton of places to shoot RC bush flying. Really just awesome spots. We got so much good footage over the last couple of years there. And part of flying at a club is that you build a lot of friendships, you do a lot of fellowshipping, you learn a lot. Really value those, and thankfully, because we've moved, we get to keep them. We get to keep flying with our buddies. We just don't get to fly there. And Dustin, Steven, myself, and a few other guys at the field are really going to miss that tight area. It's that area that, whether you like it or not, it made you a better pilot. And what you're going to see today is my last flight ever there. This is December 31st, 2023. Last flight ever. I had not flown this airplane in a long time. This is the E-Flite Ultimate 3D. No point in giving you the whole big skinny on this airplane. You already know it's been out for quite some time. But the important points are, for a biplane, it's very easy to assemble and disassemble at the field. So it doesn't take, it's not a pain in the rear to transport this thing. And as you can see, when it's together, it's not that big. It's park flyer size, so you may not even have to do that. But if you do, as biplanes go, this one's easy to take down and put back together. Requires pretty much medium skill level. What would that be? Intermediate skill level. If you really turn it up, you need to be on the higher end of intermediate. You can certainly turn it down and get there. Very capable airplane, a lot of fun. We've enjoyed flying this thing. We enjoyed flying it this morning, although it was bittersweet. It was very, very cold, so you'll have to forgive my goofy hat. But that's what we're showing you. My last flight at Fayette Flyers. I'm really sad that we lost this place. I'm going to miss it. Enjoy this flight. It was below freezing this morning. I can't wear gloves when I fly, so I couldn't feel my fingers. It'd been a while since I've flown 3D. The sun was in my eyes, and the dog ate my homework. So, if this is sloppy, it wasn't me. Okay, yeah, it was me. You'll notice when I come in for this hover that the geotextile runway is now just dirt. We pulled that up on a club work day the day before this. This newer version of the Ultimate has a 4S power system versus the 3S system that the original had, and boy does it make a difference. I had the original, and this one has the kind of power a 3D plane should have, where the original version had just barely enough. Is a trick that a seasoned 3D pilot uses. When we screw up, we'll play it off, and for instance, I messed that hover up, so I did a knife edge out of it. That way it looks like I meant to do it. But yeah, it was just a screw up. And that's a wrap. We'll see you at the new field in 2024.